Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alya. So I'd like to do my reading repeat video for the conversation analysis subject, week 2, topic 1. What I already read for some of the reading material that have uploaded in iLearn. There is a seven K learning points. The first is about the history of conversation analysis, or the breadth of the conversation analysis. At the first, at the 19 and 16 19 and 16 1916 is when about this the not satisfied um, to the old social how old the sociology is a word itself. The key figure the name is the Harvey Sake. Sake is a work in the um, in the switch prevention center in LA, Los Angeles. When he is working there, they see about they notice something from the telephone record. So they find the pattern, the unique pattern actually. When the worker is have difficulty what to ask the caller name. From that, the sec is C. This is the unique one. It's usually like the worker is always have difficulty for asking the caller name. When they are call the when the worker is asking name, or they introduce their self, like for example, like I'm as the worker is like, hi, my name is Alya. But maybe that is natural response to someone. Maybe when we are called the stranger, maybe it because some the caller or the someone replay to, oh yeah, my name is Evelyn, for example, something like that. But in this case, like the people want to switch and then the call, and then the worker is asked his name, their name, sorry, their name. They always to choose not to mention that, but not in the directly to, I don't want it to mention my name or say my name. They just like say, I cannot hear you. From this, sick is say it's not only it's not technical problem, like maybe the trouble of the internet, something kind of like it, but it the social strategy to how people avoid to mention their name. He is realized the conversation have the strong structure that can be a scientific research. And then next is about the key feature in conversation analysis. So in conversation analysis have three key feature. The first one is Harvey Sack that I have mentioned before. Sack is the first founder. Yeah, the first founder. That is first he is law student, and then he is like a move what I say, cross subject, maybe that is not uh, related. They go to the sociology because they want to learn common sense and practical logic in the daily life. And then Emmanuel Emmanuel scale golf. Yeah, so Emmanuel is the sick friends, so like the college friend. So they help to develop a conversation analysis to be a study discipline study that can be uh, yeah, can be college, can be the college sex, so it can be published. Yeah. And then Gail Jefferson. So Gail Jefferson is the someone that make the transcription system. So at the first they just like help to type from the record. But because of that, they are realized about the small detail like the loaf or the bread is really important. So the transcript is used to all the people that is have the study of the conversation analysis. And then conversation analysis, this thing conversation analysis plays in the this thing and avoid linguistic and sociology. So what I already read is about the really unique position of the conversation analysis. Like the conversation analysis avoid the two of the study, linguistic and sociology. So what they like the avoid and reject this method. So why from the sociology? So they use coding. So like they make a category and then they put the data. But conversation analysis avoid this because reject this because they took that to force the theory, the research theory into the data can be gone the sum of the details. So conversation analysis is choose the inductive one, so from data to the theory, not the theory to the data. So yeah, that is from the sociology. And then from the linguistic is like the Chomsky. They talk that is the daily conversation is have the defect one or messy. So conversation analysis in the linguistic, they talk that is a daily conversation have the defect and the messy. Sorry, I repeat this sentence, but it the mean is like when we are have the or maybe in Indonesia like anu or what is it like we think before we continue our dialogue or our what we want to talk about. In the linguistic they just like this is the defect one or the messy something when we have the conversation. But in the convert analysis they see this as the social achievement that have the own patterns. So conversation analysis also rejected to make uh, no to use infinited sentence like a speech act theory. So they just want to use natural data. So yeah, then the next is about what is actually conversation analysis does. So in this field, conversation analysis is learn about the talk in interaction. So it's not we not only we not just like learn about the conversation, but we learn about the talk in interaction. We actually do the interaction, like we see the interaction when we are have the conversation or talk in the interaction. And then we to found the machinery in the social thing. So conversation analysis to try to found like the technology that is people used to having conversation. And then the competence expression, so it's to explain about the skill or the competence the what the competence or skill that have people usually use to understanding each other. And then analysis, major uh, major characteristic conversation analysis. So the first is about the detailed transcription. So the transcription is much a detail that when we look have the transcription, and then like the key figure Jefferson, they have uh I forget about the symbol one, like the symbol have the this sign is the overlapping, and then this thing is to have silence. They're like the point and then the double point, something kind of like that. We must have to see the detail of the transcription to characterize it. And then the unmotivated looking. So the research is see the data without a hypothesis. So we just like hear the data or the record of the conversation repeating, and then until we found the pattern. And then inductive is the analysis a built from the real case, not just like not the abstract theory. um yeah, I think that's all about the characteristic in the conversation analysis. Next is a basic assumption in conversation analysis. So the first one is order is Pru- Prudus, Prudus, Prudus. So the rules is made by the participant as a locally, and the what is the situation, not the rules from the outside. It's like from ourselves. And then the repeatable and yeah, next is repeatable. It's like the pattern, the pattern that have repeating and use that many people use this. And then order at all points, not all the detail suddenly exist. So all the thing have the rules in the some of the point. And then the context shape and renew. So our conversation will, because we have the context before, and we can produce the another context based on what we talk or what the conversation before that. Yeah, before what we talk, and now for example, like what I talk now is to make sure what we have the context after this. And then is know about the why or how. But conversation analysis not like asking someone like why the people is do this, but they talk about how they use this, not because they not because they see why they do this. Instead of why do this we do that, how they are do this. Yeah. And then the next is a basic concept in conversation analysis. The first is repair. So repair is like the mechanism to um, to resolve problem, the resolve problem from what we are talking or hearing, like huh like how to repair that. And then turn taking is like who in the group, maybe for example like not two people only, like a three or four or five, and then who is want to talk about that in the next, when I talk with my friend, and then next who is want to talk uh, later after me, something like that. And then peers, maybe like it's like the basic of the interaction. Like when I ask something, it must be another the people that I have the conversation is to answer that. So or the people that asking me, and then and I answer that. So if the when I asking someone and then the another people is just silent, it can be problem. Because why? Because it's interaction, asking and answer, and yeah, something kind of like that. And then um receive a design. So we design the people conversation, uh like um like when I talk with my mom, I have my own design, like my own style of the conversation, and then to my friend too. So yeah, to yeah, to design. I forget the another sentence um to say that. And then the preference organization, I think this is the last one. So it's like when we talk about the something, or we have the conversation, sometimes we have the response. So we have asking and answer, and also we have the response to when we are talking. So that is the response that people like. Or maybe I ask about the opinion. So when I ask the opinion to my friend, it's just a two of the response that I will hear, or I will have from my friend. They agree with my opinion or my statement, or they not like it. So like for example, like, do you think that I'm suitable to wear pink? And then if they are like, they just, yeah, yeah, I love when you are wearing pink because it's really suitable for you, something like that. But if they are not like it, they just like I don't think you are suitable because blah blah blah. So because it's like in the first, it's like a silence, and then the because is reason. So yeah, I think that's all for from what I already read about the conversation analysis, from the history until the basic concept of the conversation analysis. I think that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.